Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. My name is George Wright III with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. It's time to get your week rocking. Listen, this week we're going to be talking about prosperity pillar number 3, which is it's everybody's favorite. I act in spite of my mood. The toughest thing to do sometimes. But I want to start with the quote of the day from the Daily Mastermind mobile app and Instagram account. And it's by Peter Drucker. It's also been sort of associated with Abraham Lincoln as well. And the quote is, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." And for those of you that know me, they know that that is my favorite quote. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Definitely. So today I want to do something fun, a little informative, and a little bit different. I didn't get a chance to do this on Friday based on a ton of events that I was doing. So I'm going to go ahead and start the week with this. And it's great because it goes really well with our focus of prosperity pillar number 3. I act in spite of my mood. So here's the deal. I read an article in Success Magazine. It was actually written by a group called the Oracles, which is some massive 6, 7, 8-figure mentors. And it was life hacks that these super successful entrepreneurs were giving. And I wanted to share it with you, but you can go to success.com and get the full article. I just thought it would be great to sort of summarize it for you here. It's really, really well written. So I'm gonna just kind of go through it in the order that the article talks about. Basically, they talk about in a 24-hour day, there's a huge difference between mediocrity and massive success, and it's all based on the time and how we spend our time. So they asked these 11 entrepreneurs how they achieved their, major results in their lives based on, tips and tricks and life hacks of what they've used to sort of crush the productivity and make it more productive. So I'm going to go through these 11 individuals, these life hacks. The first one is by Gary Vaynerchuk, somebody I listen to a podcast quite a bit. And he says that everyone's looking for, a quick way to scale their business, but there's no better way than human beings. They're tried and true, and the bottom line is if you're doing everything yourself, you're not going to accomplish what you want to accomplish. And so I love this life hack because I've talked before about you've got to find ways to delegate or eliminate things in your life. And the best way to do that is with people. The best way to do that is to offload these things that are not the most important or things that are not inside your wheelhouse. So the second life hack is by Tai Lopez. And he said, take business meditation road trips. Take business meditation road trips. He talks about you can gain a lot of creativity and productivity by traveling. It's been proven somewhere between 150 and 200 miles away from your home. Now, you can stay in cheap hotels or an Airbnb, but how many of us have thought about doing that as an investment in ourselves in order to read or strategize, live, basically plan your work so that you can execute like a champ? He talks about taking books and notepads, a calendar, and being prepared. But I'll tell you, I love this life hack because you must find time to be with your creativity and your thoughts. It's as important as executing on your plan is creating your plan. And it'll help you be more productive if you'll take these business meditation road trips. So I love that one. The third life hack is by a guy named Manny Koshbin. And he says, pounce on opportunity and figure out the details later. How familiar does that sound? He talks about a real estate deal that he had that he didn't want to pass up on, but he didn't know how he was going to get the financing. Most of us would walk away from that. Nevertheless, he put money down and then he figured it out. And guess what? He found, after he put the money down, that there were some structural issues with the property, which gave him 9 months to be able to put the money together while they were getting that handled. And he was able to get the financing. And this became a deal where he ultimately only put a total financing of $150K down, but he made over $1 million in profit. And so he really emphasizes take a chance and figure it out. Now, you've heard me say before, individuals like 7-8-figure mentors that I've been around, guys like Aaron Adams and others, say yes, then figure it out. That's a common theme that I'm hearing from super successful people. Say yes, then figure it out. Too many of us get caught up in trying to have all the answers before we make a decision or take a risk. Okay, the fourth life hack was by Kam Mirza. Kam Mirza is the CEO of Fitness Expo in Dubai. He says, write important notes on sticky notes and post them everywhere. watch your productivity and your results skyrocket. Now, that's funny because I do this. I use sticky notes. I use all kinds of notes for those of you that know me. But here's the deal. Find a system that works for you, because nothing beats having reminders on your refrigerator, your mirror in your bathroom, your computer, especially if they're goals. Have those things right in front of you. But I love that life hack as well. Post reminders everywhere. Keep yourself focused and on track. Life hack number 5. Always ask for exactly what you want. And this was a life hack by Chris Plow. Always ask for exactly what you want. Because here's what he says. He says the number one thing that's changed his career and his relationships and things is asking for exactly what he wanted. Now, he mentions that we say we think that we ask for what we want, but we really don't. What we really ask for in our lives, if you think about it, is we ask for what we feel we deserve or what we believe we can get, or we ask for what's realistic, right? But the bottom line is we settle, right? All you need to do is surround yourself with people that will help you to accomplish what you want, and ask for their help. There are genuinely people out there that want to help you. So that's a great, great, great point by Chris. And, look, the bottom line is you get out of life what you ask for. And you've heard me say before, you can fail at not at doing what you don't want. So you got to take and ask for what you do want. Life will give you exactly what you ask of it. And so you've got to be willing to ask that. Okay, life hack number 6 in this article was by James Swanwick. And he says, wear blue light blocking glasses. Now, this is crazy. I'll talk to you in a second about this. But he says, experts agree that poor sleep is a huge cause of obesity, poor health. It leads to low productivity. And medical research shows that the artificial light from our phones and tablets, computers, TVs, it disrupts your sleep. It even causes headaches and sore eyes and blurred vision, which I actually have had trouble with lately. He suggests wearing blue light blocking glasses. And I know you can get them on Amazon. In fact, I've had multiple people, just like James, that have told me they have picked up a pair of really cheap, blue light blocking glasses from Amazon, and they wear them when they're on their phone, on their computer, and it filters out the harmful artificial light, and it can cut your basically headaches, all kinds of fatigue, and help with your sleep. And I'll tell you, more and more experts are saying that getting sleep is a key success indicator, a correlator to the amount of success and prosperity that you're having. I'm not saying get a lot more sleep. I'm saying get more quality sleep. And it's hard to do when you're in your bed looking at social media. I've talked to you about that before. Don't do that, right? So the blue light blocking glasses is a great suggestion you can have. Get those on Amazon. They're cheap, like $19 or something. It'll make a huge difference for you. The 7th life hack is block out time to work on single tasks. This was by Kong Pham. Block out time to work on single tasks. He usually blocks out 2 to 4 hours every day to work on the most important thing, but he puts it on his calendar. He lets everybody know that's what he's working on. And, he suggests things like close your email, turn off your phone, don't deviate, stay consistent with working on your number one thing. Now, this is something I've tried to do as well. You got to have a number one thing. First of all, you can't have, 10 number one things, because then it's not number one. But you've got to put that in like a big rock, like Covey says. Put that in your schedule first and book everything else around it. But it's very, very important. If you are not scheduling time for your number one thing and blocking it in your calendar, that's a huge tip that you can have. Now, the 8th life hack or tip is by Katrina Palandri. Katrina Palandri. She says, hire a virtual assistant. Now, I'm personally really working on this right now, but she says, hire a virtual assistant to increase your productivity. Be patient and realize that it's a process. She found her assistant on the 7th try, because the key is really being clear on your processes and your expectations. You can go to Upwork or others like that. But, here's a tip that she gives. Ask them or ask people to repeat things back to you. There's no better way to increase your communication than to say something, repeat something, and then ask them to repeat it back to you. Now, just so you know, I've started outlining processes in my business that I used to have lots and lots of employees for, but now I'm able to outline these processes that are repetitive, that I do over and over, and they're things that I can eliminate or delegate. But once you outline those processes and identify those, it makes a huge difference if you use a virtual assistant, because that helps you stay inside your unique talent, your unique ability, and you don't get caught up in the mundane routine tasks, right? So that's the 8th life hack. Number 9, and this is by Scott Oldford. Schedule every item in your day as a calendar event. I really like this one. Take a few minutes every night before you go to bed, he says, and list out your day and your priorities, and then schedule them. That way, if you're overloaded and you don't have enough time in your schedule, then you can delegate those tasks, but it makes sure that the tasks get done. Now, here's what I wanted to say about that. Successful people don't wing it. Okay, successful people don't get up in the morning and they say, hey, okay, what am I going to do today? What's the most important thing I can do? I feel so productive because I'm going to focus on important thing. No, successful people schedule their day. Now, I've been guilty of this as well, but I schedule my day now. Don't fall into the trap of people telling you that, oh, if you schedule every minute of your day, you're too busy, you're not focused. Hey, look, if you're overloaded, then schedule in breaks, right? But schedule them. If life is worth living and winning, then it's worth scheduling and executing. But when you're just winging it, you fall prey to your mood, to your, back to this prosperity principle number 3. When you schedule your day, then you're going to act in spite of your mood. How many times have you walked into a meeting and realized, I didn't really want to be there, but then it went amazing, right? Okay, life hack number 10 is by Roy McDonald in this article by Success. Get others to do what you're bad at. Leverage other people to get tasks done. Obviously, not in a bad way, right? I'm talking about leveraging other people like the first hack by Gary Vee. Get people that are good at what you're not good at and stop doing the things you're not good at. He talks about focusing on what you'd like to do, and then you'll have huge results because of that. This goes back to that key concept we always talk about, which is stay inside your unique talent. It's not, most people don't go into their incompetent areas, but most people live their life inside their competent or their good area. That is not where you're going to see massive success, happiness, and more importantly, fulfillment. You're going to see that by operating in your unique talent, which is that you're passionate about and that you're excellent at. And the only way you can do that is to leverage other people to take care of the other things that you're not competent at, or even that, and this is important, even that you're competent at, but you're not passionate about. Okay, last one, number 11. And this is by Kevin Yamazaki. Number 11, hack your sleep. Hack your sleep. He talks about various sleep cycles that he goes through in order to change up his sleep, but he does something really interesting. He talks about the advantage he has of taking naps in order to increase his productivity and creativity. And more recently, I've done a lot of research on this, and science has proven that naps are a good thing. They increase your productivity, your creativity, your performance. Too many of us feel guilty taking a nap. But if you knew that you would be more present for your relationships, you'd be more successful in what you're doing, I don't think you'd have such a problem with it. I want you to try that. Try taking a nap mid-afternoon or wherever it is. In fact, I was listening to an audio meditation series by LeBron James the other day, and he talks about how he has to get his nap in. Even when his day starts late or early, he always finds a time to get his nap in. So those are the life hacks. Let me just run through those one more time for you. Hack people. Take business meditation road trips. Pounce on opportunities. Figure it out later. Post reminders everywhere. Always ask for exactly what you want. Wear blue light blocking glasses. Block out time to work on a single task, your number one task. Hire a virtual assistant. Schedule every item in your day as a calendar event. Get others to do what you're bad at. And hack your sleep. Hack your sleep. Those are amazing tips and life hacks from successful people. Really love that article. Check it out on success.com. I hope this has helped you and given you some great ideas. Remember, this week, I want you to focus on prosperity pillar number 3. I act in spite of our mood. In spite of my mood, right? Our mood, because we're a community, right? I act in spite of my mood. You'll be learning from a lot of people this week. We've got several success experts we're going to interview on how to get out of your rut, how to push yourself into action, and I've got some other life hacks for you at the end of the week. So I hope you've enjoyed that. That's my message for today. Let's get out there. Let's crush it. And like the quote said at the very beginning, the best way to predict your future is to create it. My name is George Wright III. This has been the Daily Mastermind. Have an amazing week.